like understanding which I need to really further like expand upon, and probably Neeraj, you can probably future have this as a topic, is that one thing which is like because I was at like helping him in one of his writing for the Bhutan like conference, and over there I think I found the reference which I've read it many times myself because been writing for my own website. So although it's very much Advaita centric, but I had to study Sankhya and Dvaita and Vishishtadvaita and even Shakta philosophies, also including Kashmir Shaivism, to write that. So over there, like I have this reference of that the universe is conscious. So in Advaita, you have this concept of the Chit and Jara. So like one is the conscious and one is the inconscient. So like when if I see AI, like would I consider it to be Jara? Because if I see it in that way, I would say that okay, like another human being, like the difference between AI, like it has a physical body, obviously it has a hardware and a software which is also a part of its like organic mechanism. Like we have organs inside our body, like we have our digestive system, our nervous system. So obviously the computer has its own software, which is its digestive system or its brain or its neurological system, we can see where all the algorithms and everything is internally happening, like we have our brain and everything. So but obviously the like currently the AI or the machine which I'm using doesn't have a subtle body, like it doesn't have what do you call the bhava sharira or the sukshma linga sharira. So it doesn't have that. So that's why I say that it's kind of jara. So like it's not as conscious as any other living being. Like for example, the four of you. So I feel that four of you are conscious, whereas this machine is not as conscious as you people are. So, but if I see it from the Advaita perspective, is that like when I see myself, like apart from the subject, everyone else is Jara actually. Like in a dream, like if I see everyone else is Jara. So be it the computer or be it people, I feel that they appear to be conscious to me, but actually they are also kind of like that's why this whole concept of he brought out about this Daniel Dennett that everyone is a zombie. Like actually even people can turn out to be equally Jara. So it's my own, so is it a projection of my own subtle body onto other things which gives it life? Like a lot of yogis use can like for example they can bring into life non-living things. For example, if I have the siddhi, I have a piece of rope and I can project my subjective like my subtle body into that rope, and that rope starts like dancing or that rope starts moving. So how does that happen?
You add prana to it, I think.
Not only prana, like it starts behaving like a person or something like that. So if Niraji could talk about that, like what do you mean by when the whole world is conscious?
Hmm. No, it was interesting. It's a very complex thing, but
Yeah.
uh, what I was discussing that if if things are where from consciousness come, if something is breathing, then consciousness comes. So that was what I postulated. And breathing is a mechanism through which time operates, and the decay and disintegration of a system. And since nothing in the universe uh, can resist this disintegration, therefore everything has that breathing mechanism. And breathing is basically phase change, right to left, left to right.
Yes.
And if you assume these are breathing, then they have this consciousness. We can talk about layered consciousness. How much, like this theory of information theory, no,
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
where we can measure that phi.
yes.
So we can have that layered. Say we can say these like amoeba had this much consciousness, and when you cross a threshold, then you are that much fully conscious. So because these days, if you see in consciousness studies also, there so much work is being done on mollusk, octopuses.
Mhm.
You see, octopus, they don't have they are not vertebrates. and
Mm.
still they are so conscious that they have started beating people. There was a news a few months back that the octopus got hold of a scientist, this marine scientist, and he simply bet him up. And octopuses are learned to, they know how to do stealing. Also, they can escape in the lab. So, and similarly, there are so many other crow have their own intelligence. There are few
Yes,
birds.
definitely.
You
Yes,
see, they
very.
have mathematical brains also. So now it is seen that it is not like only we know mathematics. If mathematics is the most abstract thinking, now it is seen that even there are several birds who have that mathematical brain. So just like you see Copernican revolution, so now we are realizing that we are not the center of this consciousness. Only human beings are conscious.
Yes.
So we are finding that there are different channels of consciousness, different
Yes.
pathway of consciousness, and
Yes,
you
similarly,
see.
dolphins.
Uh,
Dolphins are very.
dolphins
Their
are
capacity is
dolphins.
higher than humans.
Yes, yes, and that consciousness also doesn't depend on number of neurons. You know, it's basically networking. How much integrated your system is.
Yeah.
So that way, maybe some organism may be having only 1 lakh neurons. So maybe they are much more intelligent than. So now there is a difference. Like machines are also intelligent, but they are not conscious at present. We have got, there are certain theories that system is conscious, but they may not be intelligent. These
Yes,
kind of theories are coming up. So for us, because they say our system can become consciousness if they have got a particular kind of geometric configuration. So that consciousness arises from the organization of the system itself. We have got sentience, means intelligence without consciousness, consciousness without intelligence, consciousness with intelligence. Then what exactly is consciousness? Then we know consciousness is to be self-aware. When you can separate yourself from yourself, and then you can look at yourself also, just as we are looking at the other. So
The
the thing is
self-reflection
like,
quality,
yes, yes, yes.
self-reflection quality.
yes,
That
and
is a self.
introspection also. Yes,
That is the mirror principle. कि
Mirror
mirror,
principle.
this others or bimb. कि,
Hmm.
when you can see your pratibimb, that
Hmm.
you know. So now we have to find out at what state this thing comes. कि our system can self-reflect. It can become self-aware. So even Kashmir Saivism, finally it comes to from Prakash to Vimal. So
Vimarsha.
there also finally the things come to the mirroring principle only.
Because
So
otherwise there is no manifestation, no?
yes, yes, yes. So, we don't know at what is the threshold limit when a system can become self-reflective. So if that can be computed, but the way this theory, IIT theory, and the computation of consciousness is taking place, so I think uh, in next 10 or 15 years we will have a better theory and machines also.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are going
excellent.
towards that. Yeah.
And I think